Have you ever woken up asking, what is the meaning of my life? From the dawn of humanity to today's digital age, we seem to relentlessly search for something greater, a transcendent purpose for our existence. Why is this so? Why are humans, the only species on this planet, obsessed with the question of meaning? Perhaps it is precisely in the effort to find the answer that we truly shape our very nature. Today, we will delve deeper into this unending desire, moving from biological and psychological explanations to philosophical and historical insights to better understand the invisible thread that connects us to something we call meaning. Welcome to Hidden Past and the series 70,000 Years of Human Secrets. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss other videos exploring human mysteries. If you find this video interesting and useful, please like and share to support us. From the dawn of time, when our ancestors roamed as hunter-gatherers, the meaning of life might have simply been survival, finding food, protecting oneself from danger, and perpetuating the species. But what transformed a purely biological organism into one that constantly questions its purpose? The cognitive revolution around 70,000 years ago gifted Homo sapiens a powerful tool, the ability for abstract thought and storytelling. We not only perceived physical reality, but also constructed imagined realities, stories, beliefs, myths. It was these shared stories that allowed millions of strangers to cooperate, united by a common ideal, thereby forming empires, religions, and complex social systems. Meaning, in many respects, is one of the greatest stories humanity has ever told itself.
Historian Yuval Noah Harari, in his classic work, Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, emphasized that the ability to believe in shared myths is the foundation of Homo sapiens' dominance. These myths are not merely entertaining stories, they are frameworks of meaning, guiding behavior, providing purpose and value for individuals and communities alike. Large social organizations cannot exist based solely on instinct or direct personal relationships. They need an invisible glue, a shared belief system, a common meaning for everyone to strive towards. From sacrificing for the tribe, fighting for a deity, to working for the future of the nation or scientific ideals, all stem from believing in a meaning that transcends mere individual existence. Throughout history, when an old meaning disappeared, a new meaning would emerge to fill the void. In the Middle Ages, the meaning of life was strongly shaped by religion, with a focus on soul salvation and the afterlife. Every action, every thought was viewed through the lens of supernatural belief. With the advent of the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment, the power of reason and knowledge gradually replaced religious faith. People began to seek meaning in the exploration of the natural world, in the advancement of science and technology, and in the improvement of material life. Progress became a key word, carrying the promise of a brighter, more meaningful future. By the 19th and 20th centuries, political ideologies such as nationalism, communism, and capitalism became powerful providers of meaning. Millions were willing to sacrifice their lives, fight, and dedicate themselves to these ideals. For a nationalist, meaning lay in serving the nation, protecting culture, and national independence. For a communist, meaning was building a just society, abolishing oppression and exploitation. And with capitalism, meaning was often found in personal success, wealth accumulation, and the ability to create economic value. Each system offered a compelling narrative about the ultimate purpose of humanity and society.
However, after 2 world wars and other human tragedies, many grand systems of meaning collapsed or were shaken. Skepticism arose, questioning the validity of these shared stories. This was the context for the emergence of existentialism, a powerful philosophical school in the mid-20th century, asserting that life inherently has no intrinsic meaning. Jean-Paul Sartre famously stated, "Existence precedes essence," meaning we are not born with a predetermined purpose. Instead, we are free to define our essence through our choices and actions. Meaning is not something to be found, but something to be created by each individual. This idea, though liberating, also carries a great burden, complete responsibility for one's life. If there is no God, no state, no tradition to predetermine our purpose, then we must create it ourselves. This leads to a feeling of existential angst, a deep unease when confronting emptiness and uncertainty. But it is precisely in that terrifying freedom that humans find the greatest opportunity to become their most authentic selves. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, developed logotherapy based on the belief that meaning is not just a condition for survival, but also humanity's primary motivation. He believed that even in the darkest circumstances, we can still find meaning through our attitude, through dedication to something greater than ourselves, or through love. His horrifying experience proved that meaning doesn't have to be a grand global story. It can be a personal purpose, a small but significant act. In the modern era, with the strong rise of individualism and the decline of traditional institutions, the search for meaning has become more complex and personalized than ever before. We often seek meaning in careers, in personal relationships, in hobbies and passions, or even in consumerism. Social pressure, media, and social networks further make us feel the need to have a clear meaning, a great purpose, to prove our self-worth. This sometimes leads to a vicious cycle of dissatisfaction as we constantly chase material goals or unrealistic ideal images without truly touching deeper values.
So, why do we always search for meaning? Perhaps it's an inseparable part of human nature, a product of cognitive evolution, a way for us to create order from the chaos of the universe. The ability to tell stories and believe in them not only helps us survive and thrive, but also provides us with comfort, hope, and a sense of belonging. Meaning is not a panacea, nor is it a fixed formula. It is a continuous journey of discovery, creation, and adaptation. It changes over time, through different stages of life, and with each experience. Sometimes it is dedication, sometimes love, sometimes creativity, and sometimes simply acceptance. Ultimately, the search for meaning is not a sign of weakness, but proof of the extraordinary strength of the human spirit. It is an intrinsic desire to transcend mere existence, to seek a reason for our presence, and to leave some mark on this world. Whether you find meaning in family, in work, in art, or in serving the community, what matters is that this search process helps you live a full and authentic life in your own way. We are fortunate beings endowed with the ability to question our own existence, and it is precisely in those questions that we find answers. Not a single answer, but myriad diverse and rich answers, much like the very flow of life. The quest for meaning has shaped human history, from ancient myths to modern ideologies. Every civilization, every historical period carries within it stories of purpose and value, profound lessons on how humans have faced impermanence and shaped their lives. To better understand how we have created and continue to create meaning, looking back at the past is essential. In the next video, we will explore History as a Mirror, What We Should Learn. We will delve into the pages of history, not out of nostalgia, but to extract valuable lessons, fresh perspectives on human nature, and our relentless search for meaning. Don't miss it.